Okay, pause right here. The defense is basically saying, hey, judge, can we loosen the leash a little? But here's the legal kicker. Bond isn't just about convenience. It's about risk. Risk of flight, risk of reoffending, and risk to the community. So the court has to weigh freedom against public safety. Tough call, right? Well,
Mr. Bond.
Your Honor, we are just looking to address the condition of bond that requires that Mr. Hopkins be on house arrest. Prior to this matter, Mr. Hopkins was employed as a result of having the tether no longer able to, on this case, he was no longer able to maintain that employment. He is hoping to be able to get new employment and is asking that the court consider a no go-to order, a no contact order, or anything of that nature. My client, Mr. Hopkins, also recently registered for the cybersecurity program. Text me that information. I tried to send the confirmation to Ms. Barroso so that she would be able to see it. My understanding that the classes are majority online, but that would be the only place that he would have to come to Washington County. Otherwise, he's just asking for some order that would allow him to work and just not have that kind of concept.
Response.
The bond case is still $5,000 for surety when we requested a $50,000 bond. In this case, we were uncomfortable with him being house. This was an event for a series of events that have already been to the victim at not one but two locations.
oh, did you catch that? We just went from a shove to 5 counts of resisting, an officer seriously injured, and even a taser being pulled. When prosecutors start dropping words like orthopedic surgeon, that's not small potatoes. It's their way of saying, Judge, this is no ordinary scuffle.
The eyewitness saw him in the shell of the victim while near the police station. The police attempted to make contact with him, and then he as a result of him resisting, picked up 5 counts of RNO against 4 different officers. One of those 5 counts of RNO causing injury that was so severe that the officer is actually seeking specialized medical treatment from orthopedic surgeon. At this point, it's a 9.
So, hold on. There was a DV and then an officer injured. Why is he out?
You know, if I could address.
Hold on. I'll let Ms. Barroso finish and he can address it. I just said I'd interview. Go ahead.
So, at this point, I don't think that a modification of bond removing and somebody not house arrest is accepted to nominal bond of $5,000 when it was originally granted. At this point, I don't think there's any further figure out.
A couple of things. First of all, Mr. Hopkins is here with his father. He is 20 years old. He has no prior criminal history. In reviewing the police report and the video, even the report references that the altercation, that the incident that resulted in this charge, that there were, that it was, I'll start with the domestic violence. That with those charges, that...
Here's classic defense strategy. Context, context, context. They're not denying something happened. Instead, they're reframing it. It wasn't an assault. It was a misunderstanding. He panicked. He's young. This is where you ask yourself, do you buy the downplay? Or does it feel like spin?
That there was a more complicated situation. I believe the officer said, the report says something to the effect of, and this would also go to the property, that there had been physical altercations between the two of them, fighting between the two of them, breaking of objects between the two of them. So I believe that there's more to this then said the allegations of the domestic violence are the one of the shoving, and also I believe of Mr. Hopkins taking his own computer back from the complainant. That's the second allegation of the domestic violence. And the resisting and obstructing is the allegations are that Mr. Hopkins, not that Mr. Hopkins turned around and slammed someone or punched them or anything, that he pulled away. The allegation is the officer fell and that caused the injury. And then that officer fell, yes, as he pulled away. And then subsequently, 4 officers who were, some of whom just pulled up on the scene in the video, all ran after him. And that's where the resisting and obstructing. And he did, in fact, eventually stop. It was not, it's not as if he were in a vehicle and went miles or hours away. He did stop running, and he did, once they complied, once that occurred, there were no further incidents. So,
No, I'm sorry. That is not the characterization of the RNL. The allegations include him punching 2 officers in the face, breaking 3 of their wrists, causing them to fall to the ground, twisting and superseding, injuring an officer's finger, and then it went on for such a period of time that an officer had to point and deploy a taser.
right.
And that another officer was pointing a pistol at him. So at this point, I don't think it's passively.
You know, I had an opportunity to do the video.
Well, you had an opportunity to do the video. Let me ask you this. Was a taser deployed?
Your Honor, when the
I think that's either yes or no. Was a taser deployed?
Your Honor, as soon as the officer saw him, she pointed the taser at him. This is not, as soon as she saw him, she pointed the taser at him. This is not a situation where he was running and pointed the taser.
I didn't ask that, Ms. Dean. I did not ask that.
Yes.
Was the taser deployed?
Yes, it was.
Did an officer have to draw their weapon?
I did not see that. I could not see that on the video.
Ms. Barroso, are you indicating an officer had to draw their weapon?
This was indicated to me from the file. Yes.
And then there's an officer that's injured. We'll ask the question. I don't know why this individual's out.
Notice how the judge zeroes in. Yes or no? Was the taser deployed? This is legal precision at work. Judges hate vague answers. In court, a yes or no question isn't just about clarity. It's about credibility. The moment you hedge, red flag.
Again, Your Honor, he's 20 years old. He has no prior history, and he has no reason to come back to Washtenaw County other than for school and this. I understand. I have not heard any information that he has had any contact with the complainant, has violated any orders. He is just asking to be able to go to work and to be able to get a job and go to work. Your Honor, would you want to hear from Mr. Hopkins' father, who's present?
I don't know what he could tell me at this point in time. I'm more worried about the bond as it originally set. I don't. Does he have prior convictions for anything?
No, yeah.
The original domestic was about. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, because I tell you, I have some serious concerns that it's escalated to a point where officers are having to deploy a taser, hold their weapon, and there are clearly enough officers around to, in my opinion, subdue this individual without having to do all of that. So something else is going on. And I also have, I mean, one's bad enough. but I have 2 counts of domestic violence.
Again, Your Honor, one of them is him taking back his own computer. That's one of the allegations. And that's why I'm saying there were things that were happening before this. That's not to excuse his behavior. That is to say that there's a lot of context. And in my view of the video, initially there was one officer, then there were 2, and he...
Here's the drama point. The judge is openly puzzled. How did this get so out of hand that officers needed tasers and guns? That kind of judicial doubt is huge. It tells us the court sees this as more than a minor outburst. It's a credibility battle between panic and violence.
Managed to, and he ran from 2, but as he's running from those 2, there are cars, 4 and 5 cars are pulling up with sirens on an unarmed young man who really panicked. This is not someone who's had police involvement, who has a history of contact with law enforcement and the criminal justice system. Again, I'm not excusing, but I do think that there is there's more. I think there are more nuances to this than the prosecutor does.
Well, explain some of those. Because I got a victim of a DV that's injured.
She is not, the domestic violence person is not injured. It was the shove and the taking of there's no injury to her.
Yeah.
Domestic violence are 2 misdemeanor counts.
That is
Felony here are 5 counts are 5 counts.
Yeah, I see that.
Are in pocket.
Maybe I misread that on the report, but the injury to the fingers, that's the officer. Thank you. I don't understand. I mean, there's a lot I don't understand. How, and I get there, resisting an obstruction was filed. But somebody looked at it as questionable and you get that. But I'm also trying to figure out how an officer gets injured. That there are punches to the face of our officers. I mean,
And there it is, the gavel moment. Bond stays put. Translation, the judge basically says, I'm not buying either extreme just yet, but I'm also not loosening the leash. It's a careful middle ground. No reduction, no increase, just letting the next judge handle the heat. Cliffhanger justice at its finest.
James, I don't get it.
I understand what you're saying, and I'm saying I did not see any punches to the face when I did.
Well, tell you what, I'm certainly not changing any conditions. Can you explain to me one reason why I shouldn't raise the farm?
Your Honor, he has appeared for every court date. He has not picked up any new charges. He has not had any contact with the complainant on the domestic violence or any of the officers. My understanding from him is that he has only come to Washtenaw County for court. He does not even reside in. It does not appear he's a flight risk, nor that he is a danger to the community. He is here with his father. He has come to every court date, and he's highly responsive to my calls and chats. And absent the no offer in this matter, we'd be looking to resolve it.
Anything else from the people?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Changing this condition of the bond. I'm not at this juncture going to up his bond either, although of rights he should. Of rights, I don't think he should be out around tethered, given that behavior. I'll let Judge Perry deal with that on the examination. Bond will continue motion for bond reduction or change. Now.
Thank you.